Hey everybody, so I'm going to give you a quick little tour of the Hatteras KOA. This is in North Carolina on the very edge of the United States. There's a little kind of long island on the side of North Carolina called Hatteras that is the national seashore. This site that I'm in right here, this is our camper behind us obviously, is one of the dune sites. So the ocean is like literally just like 300 or 400 feet behind me. And the Outer Banks is kind of known for these humongous barriers basically, or dunes between the ocean, like the beach, and then whatever it is, you know, basically for flooding. So anyway, so these are back in sites because they back up to the dune itself, and they're pretty generous. As you can see, we have a 40-foot camper, and there's some space behind our camper, and then the truck is parked in front of it. So pretty good. They do have these little tiny structures that you can see here that are to hide from the shade. Now I will let you, or the sun, I will let you know, it is extremely windy here, and when the sun is not out, like right now, it feels kind of cold. It's not cold, it's like 70 degrees out, okay, and I'm wearing a tank top, but it feels you know, because the wind is blowing so much from basically the island has a sound on one side, meaning it has water, and then the other side is ocean, so the wind just whips over, so it's very windy here. So anyway, so when it's overcast, it feels very mild, and then when it is not overcast, it feels like it's murderously hot. Right, so you get one or the other, but you always get a whole lot of wind. So they provide you these nice wooden structures. The reason why they provide the nice wooden structures is if you had one of the clam tents like we have, or any type of normal tent or flag, there's so much wind it would just like fly away. So you need the structure. However, since there's a structure on both sides, that means that some of the sites are limited on narrowness, meaning if you have to make like a 90-degree turn to back into it, then they don't want a long camper going in there because it would be difficult to get in with these things on both sides. So usually the longer campers, they will assign near like the edge of the road here, like us, so it's easy to get in and out. And the campground deals with all that kind of stuff, but just be aware of these little wooden structures. So I'm gonna go to another spot in the campground and show some more stuff off. All right, so this is more like the regular part of the campground. Most of the sites, if you can notice, are lined up in a row. They're all kind of like at this 45-degree angle. You'll notice that a lot of them do not have this structure. Some of them do, like this one here is like that. It has a structure, but most of them do not have that little wooden structure. But they almost all have picnic tables. Lengthwise, these sites are a little bit narrow, shorter than the back end sites, it seems like. We were in one of these for one day because we arrived like before we had planned to get here, so we kind of had to book an extra day, and we couldn't get the site that we had already booked. So it did feel like it was a little bit shorter, but the width is fine. You can put your awning out, but nobody has their awning out because the wind is too crazy. So this is more like what the regular ones look like, and if there's any wind noise, it's because the wind is absolutely ridiculous here, and I'm just trying my best to just get you guys some footage. They do have some pet sites here. This is one of the pet sites that has like the gazebo like you saw before, and then this little fenced area behind me is the little like pet area. It is maybe 15 feet in one direction, maybe 20 feet in the other direction. It's not very big, but it is a nice little area if you do have a dog or something that you want to just you know, let run around. There's another one here, there's another one here. So there's 3 pet sites that I see here. That one has a little kind of gazebo inside of the area, and then these two just as a fenced in area. I don't know if they're gonna add that. That's obviously a newer one because you can tell the wood here is kind of dark, and you know, the one behind me over here, it's a little shiny. So anyway, we're gonna just walk around a little bit more and see what else we can find in the campground. They do have these kind of unusual looking stilted tent cabin things. They're under construction right now, so you can't really see what they are, but they're on stilts, and you can see they have a bed, and they're kind of like halfway a tent, halfway a full structure. They're made out of metal, and they have these real kind of humongous awning covers. Look kind of different. really unique. That might be a different way to camp, especially if you don't have a camper, but I wanted to share those. So there's two entrances that I found to the beach because everybody comes here for the beach. This is the one entrance. This is the long pathway, and then over there's another pathway that has a staircase on it. They have these showers that are convenient. Then to get the sand off, you know, like so you don't have sand all over you if you're wondering why they have showers outside. These would be the back-in sites, and you can see like our campers right there, kind of where I'm pointing. And then this is that gigantic dune. And then basically you have this little walkway to get to the beach, and you can see how close we are to the beach. So there is a storm rolling in right now, and so these are humongous waves. It is normally way more super chill than it is right now. Right now, it's not the typical day at the beach. Right now, it's pretty big waves, and we actually had surfers out here that were, hanging tent or whatever on their surfboards. So it's not. So let me go show you guys a pool. Okay, so this is a pool. It is absolutely gigantic, and so what they do is they have this little long walkway where you can walk in. The full length of it is a walk-in area, and then there's like stairs, ladder. They have this small kind of double slide, a hot tub. They have a bar, but the bar was never open when I was here. And then there's a restaurant. The restaurant is kind of like what you'd expect, kind of fast foody, kind of a pool bar kind of restaurant. There's no bar in there actually. I know the bar's over there, I think. And it looks like a bar. I don't actually know if they sell liquor. And this is a camp store in here. That would be the entrance. They also have this like sand volleyball court. There's a humongous kids court here. There's golf cart parking on both sides that's dedicated to a basketball court. This over here is a gold mining thing for kids. They just have so much stuff here. And then over there they have this pirate stage thing, and then you can't really see it, maybe if I get down, but they do have the normal little train ride that they did, and I've seen them do that a couple times. They leave the basketballs and the volleyballs out and everything, so you don't really have to ask to use it. You can just like basically show up and the stuff is here, so that's really cool too. And like I was saying, the wind here is pretty ridiculous. For temperature wise, this is not the coldest pool that I've been in, but it did feel a little bit on the chilly side, mainly because the wind is so crazy. The hot tub is pretty hot. It is not ridiculously hot, so I'm pretty happy with the temperatures of the two, of the pool and the hot tub. But I would kind of like the hot tub just to be a little bit warmer, or not the hot tub, the pool to be just a little bit warmer if it was me, but you have to put a cover on the pool to get it as warm as I would like, but it's absolutely reasonable. Then I don't know what these little kind of things are on the top, if they're little apartments or what, but I did see that. That looked kind of interesting. And then they have on stilts all their little places that you can stay. I'm losing the words. The cabins are all on stilts. And I guess these right here, they need a little bit of paint, but those look a lot prettier, and they probably are going through and doing a modernization of everything. This is a KOA resort level. So if you're not familiar with KOAs, they have 3 different levels. The Journey is basically the one that's on the side of the road, side of the highway that you normally pop in, and they have a pool and it's very kind of like low end. And then the Holiday is where you'd spend like normally like a national holiday or something like that. Usually it's near like an amusement park. They have a moderate number of amenities. And then the Holiday resorts are the top end ones, and this is a resort because it's in the middle of Outer Banks, and they have a pool and they have a hot tub and they have like volleyball courts and also like kind of like other amenities, and they have a humongous beach like on site. Yeah. Then the other side of the road, I'm not going to go over there, is what they call the sound side. And right past those trees is like the water or the sound, and there's a huge grassy area, and I think that grassy area is kind of like an overflow area. Like if this campground gets full, maybe you can boondock over there or something. I'm not really 100% sure, but I have seen a couple campers over there, and it is a humongous grassy area. I don't think they have hookups on the sound side. So anyway, hopefully this helps you out with a little kind of tour of this local KOA. We are going to head over to the campground next door and maybe shoot a video over there and incorporate maybe some of the local stuff. One thing to be aware of, since this is Hatteras, there's nothing really nearby. The nearest Best Buy, I think, is like 3 hours away. The nearest grocery store is like about 40 minutes away. I think it said 20 miles, 25 miles, but it took a while to get down there, because there's some areas that are like 35 miles per hour and stuff, and there can be traffic and stuff. There's no Lowe's or Home Depot nearby, so when you do come out here, make sure that you have all your stuff in your camper all packed up. Don't expect that you're going to just pop by like the local place and it's going to have your stuff. They do deliveries and stuff. You can get like Amazon packages and that kind of stuff here, but once again, if you need groceries or milk or something, it's going to be kind of a long drive to go over there to go get that stuff. And I hope everybody has a wonderful day.